welcome to the Chugiak-Eagle River Historical Society's 4th annual video production of Chugiak-Eagle River, the Early Years. Once again, we shall highlight the life and times of several longtime local families. These families have spent a lifetime offering their talents and energies toward making our community what it is today. We hope you will take a few moments to travel along with us as we bring a bit of local history into your home. Chris Brooks moved to Alaska with his family in 1955, traveling by car from North Carolina with his parents and 4 siblings. His father had a job with the Alaska Railroad in Curry, which was a midway stopover on the run to Fairbanks. Chris attended school in a one-room schoolhouse there for several years before his family moved to Chugiak in 1958. There he attended Chugiak Elementary and then completed his education by busing to and from Anchorage each day. Although there wasn't much in the way of spare time after spending several extra hours each day commuting to school, Chris managed to find time to woo a certain young teacher who had recently arrived from Massachusetts in order to teach at Chugiak Elementary, and they were married soon after his graduation from East High in 1962. Natalie Haskell had arrived by plane from Merrimack, Massachusetts in 1960 after accepting an offer to teach music in Alaska. She had applied for a teaching position in a number of northern states because she wanted a change of scenery but prefers a cold climate. Alaska was the first state to accept her application, and before long she had arrived to teach music in Chugiak. Natalie has been busy with various music programs practically from the moment she stepped off the plane in Anchorage. Having arrived on a Friday night, she nonetheless found herself the choir director and pianist at the local Methodist church by Sunday, a position she has maintained for 30 years. While she was single and teaching school at Chugiak Elementary, Natalie lived in the little red building owned by Paul Swanson that was conveniently just across the highway from the school. That also became their first home as a married couple. Their next home was temporary, as they house sat for Bill and Sonny Platzik in Peters Creek. This arrangement ended abruptly just before their daughter Melora was born, due to septic problems that could not be easily resolved. They moved in with Chris's parents for 5 months, and in 1965 they bought a house of their own. Of course, this house, as was typical of the times, wasn't much in the beginning, a trailer and lean-to affair, but over the years Natalie and Chris have added and expanded as the demands of their family grew and have made it into a comfortable home to retire in. After their marriage, Chris attended 1 year of college, then went to work for the Alaska Railroad until his retirement in June of 2000. Natalie continued to teach for 2 more years, then retired to raise a family. Melora, Kenny, and Lee soon were keeping them both busy. Although she never did return to full-time teaching, in 1968 Natalie began to work again for the Anchorage School District as a volunteer in the schools. She continued this volunteer work until 1981. Chris currently serves as sexton at the United Methodist Church, a job which occupies as much of his time as his full-time job used to. He also sings in the choir and is on the board of trustees at the church. Who says you get to stop working when you retire? For a good portion of the holiday season, Chris is in demand around the community as a stand-in Santa Claus. He is a natural, with his twinkling eyes, jolly demeanor, and long white beard. Although his role as Santa had modest beginnings at railroad Christmas parties, his fame and popularity has grown, and he now makes numerous appearances. He has recently become the Walmart Santa for the Children's Miracle Network. Holding true to Santa's philanthropic ways, Chris donates the money he earns through his appearances as Santa to Alaska Children's Services. When he is not dressed up in a red suit or busy keeping the church running smoothly, Chris enjoys working with model trains. He is a member of the Alaska Life Steamers Club and spends a large portion of his free time at the 7.5 gauge scaled-down model of a working train and tracks located next to the Transportation Museum outside of Wasilla. His current project is a construction of a Thomas the Tank model train. Natalie, in addition to raising 3 children and serving as choir director, pianist, and organist for the church, has organized and directed numerous concerts, pageants, and performances throughout the community. She continues to play the piano and organ not only for the church, but for many social functions as well. While raising her family, she began to give private piano lessons in her home and continues to do so today. And of course, all of her children have had serious exposure to the musical world. Although Natalie is undoubtedly very musically talented and inclined, her talents and energies don't stop there. In 1975, she was a volunteer on the first Citizens Advisory Committee for the Highland Correctional Facility, a position which she still holds today. She also provides a prison ministry. She teaches music and serves as choir director there as well, although in recent years her musical energies have been limited to holiday performances. In the early 1970s, Natalie was a founder of Chugiak Children's Services, which provides an enrichment program for preschool-aged children. She served as a board member for 14 years. In 1996, she became a board member for the newly formed Chugiak-Eagle River Historical Society and continues to serve on the board today. Although none of their children currently live in Alaska, Chris and Natalie frequently travel to see them. After all, somebody has to spoil those grandchildren. This enterprising couple has contributed much to this community over the years, and they continue to do so today. Their energies have contributed much to the spiritual, musical, and social betterment of our community, and they have helped to set an example for others who wish to contribute as well.